All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Irvin, Irvin Green, 727-181.
All right, everybody. My name is Brennan Kelsey. Along with me is Mr. Roche and Mr. Freeman. We'll be your panel, have a parole revocation hearing. I'll read some rule violations. You plead guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty with a statement. We ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
You have a parole revocation questionnaire in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
All right. Irvin Eugene Green, the third, 727-181. Rule number one, rule violation number 2. You failed to submit your monthly reports. How do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, you moved the address without informing the parole officer. You did not have written permission to leave the state of Louisiana. How do you plead?
You said I could plead guilty with a statement, right?
Yeah, you can.
Guilty with a statement.
All right, talk about that in a minute.
All right.
Your whereabouts were unknown as such, a parole warrant was issued for your arrest on 12/16/2022, according to your FBI rap sheet. On or about 4/12/2023, you were arrested in Houston, Texas by the Houston Police Department and charged with felony assault on a family member, house member, impede breath, circulation, domestic violence, and evading arrest, detention. Charges in Texas are still pending, subject posted bond, and was extradited to Louisiana. How do you plead?
I'm not guilty to the charges, but you asked me like if that happened or not.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, guilty with a statement.
Guilty with a statement. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Number 7, on 12/9/2022, your parole officer initiated contact with you via video chats phone. On the video phone call, you were in your vehicle. Your officer asked you specifically if you were still living at 11528 Old Hammond Highway, apartment 202. You said yes. Your officer asked if you had anything new to report or any problems, and you said you did not. The property manager informed you that your officer that you had been evicted from the apartment November 2022, no longer living in apartment 202. At the time, you told your officer you were living there. You lied to your officer about where you were living. How do you plead? Number 7.
Guilty with a statement.
Okay. And number 10, as of 6/1/2023, your supervision fee account is 19 payments behind. You have a arrearage of $1,197. How do you plead?
Guilty.
How long have you been in jail there?
I believe like 90 days.
90 days. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me your statement. You said you had a statement on number 3 and number 4 and number 7. What about your statements? I know you pled guilty with a statement, so tell me about what you want to say.
Which one was number 3 again?
Okay, number 3 is that you moved addresses without informing your parole officer, and you did not have written permission to leave the state of Louisiana.
I don't know if y'all have it on file, but my mom and all my family lives in Texas. When I paroled home, I had paroled to my grandfather's house. He sold his house and moved to Vegas, so I was really left in Baton Rouge by myself. I had just had a brand new baby. I had my first kid around this time, and his mom was dealing with addiction. She was addicted to fentanyl, so it was just a lot on my plate. I just had a kid. I was out there by myself, and we got evicted. So I was just trying to bring my child somewhere safe to his grandmother and his grandfather. The way I did it probably wasn't the best, but that's the reason I had went out of town.
Why didn't you get with your parole officer and tell him that?
I was telling them, see, in the process of all this going on, they switched my parole officer. My parole officer was a guy named Carmouche, and me and him, we had a nice understanding on every time, I never did anything wrong. I never had any dirty UAs or anything. Kept a job the whole time, but they switched them. In the process of all this going on, they gave me a new parole officer, and when he called me, it's I don't know, I was nervous, a lot was going on. I should have did it a different way, but it's just everything was happening so fast.
Right. what about the one about going to Houston, Texas and having the charges? You still have a pending court date. You still what about that?
On that case, I believe that case gonna get dismissed because I literally was just defending myself. And then the police report that says that.
But those charges are still pending there, so we're kind of in
Right,
then the other one is, again, you left you're on a video phone chat. You said you were there and they really had found out that you had been evicted. So what's that about?
I didn't know where I was going or where I was going to really be at the time. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what to tell them.
I got it. Okay. Would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
I would just like to ask for another chance. Like, I wasn't getting in trouble. I kept a job. I had started my own business. I got a little boy. He turned 1 yesterday. I just want to be there for him, man. I know what I did wrong and I take full responsibility, but I know for sure that it wouldn't be a problem again if I go back out there, because now my kid and my girl are safe. They with my mom. I have no reason to do anything crazy. She's not doing drugs anymore. I don't, I'm just ready to go live life. I made mistakes. Say it again. She lives in Texas. She lives in Missouri City, Texas, and my dad lives in Houston. That's why I said I was here alone. I was out here by myself.
Yeah. So you going back to Texas when you get out, is what you say?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the problem that we got, to be honest with you, is that you left the state. I get it, trying to do the best you can. There's something you need to get with your parole officer and handle. You also have these charges still pending. So we're kind of at a loss. We kind of, there's not a whole lot we can do. You need to get these resolved, these issues. So I keep doing what you're doing, try to stay out of trouble. Hopefully these charges will get resolved, and then you can, at that point you maybe can parole out. But because of the going to executive session, we got a motion for executive session.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Brandon Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Freeman.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
We'll be right back. All right.
Yes, sir.
We back, Mr. Green. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Look, you got a lot going on. Like I said, you got a lot going on. You've absconded. You have these charges that need to be resolved and taken care of. You really got a lot going on. But I believe you. I believe you're telling me the truth. A lot of people don't tell me the truth, but I believe you're telling me the truth. But there's nothing I can do with you here in Louisiana. So what I'm going to do is in lieu of revocation, you need to get an interstate compact. You get it all complete and done to go home to Texas. I'm not going to let you out, and then you get it. You got to get it so you're going to stay incarcerated until you get all your interstate compact completed, taken care of, and then go home to Texas.
Yes,
and then you'll be on supervision. You'll continue supervision. So however long that takes, that's how long you'll be there before you can get back home. So don't be hanging out in Louisiana. Go straight back to Texas and get. You need to get those charges resolved too. I mean, that's because you'll go right back in jail if you're guilty of those.
Right.
But that's my vote for today, Mr. Roche.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. So my vote is to, in lieu of revocation, you have to get an approved interstate compact to the state of Texas. And once that compact is approved, you must leave that particular facility and go straight to the state of Texas.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Freeman.
Okay, I concur with them, Mr. Green. We need to get in touch with your probation officer so they can come get that paperwork started to get you to Texas. They may be able to start it right there in the parish prison, but if not, probation and parole will do it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much.
You have three votes in lieu of revocation. You got to get that taken care of before you can go.
I got you. Thank y'all so much. God
Good
bless
luck.
y'all.
Look, you need to take care of your son. You need to do right. Now you got opportunity. When we see you back, you're gonna be in for a long time.
Right. I'm a prove you guys right. I'm gonna do it right this time. I
All
promise.
right, good luck. Good luck to you.
Thank y'all.
Reverse the little revocation.